about the noms?
Noms. Best play.
I haven't seen any of them. Best musical.
Memphis is a winner!
Memphis should win.
Even without having
amazing.
seen the other 3 musicals, like,
We've
I'm
said-
biased, but, like, I really love Memphis.
We'll say
when
again,
I was seeing it,
Memphis
like,
is Broadway.
Memphis is Broadway. Like, Memphis has been selling it steady at, like, 65% the whole run.
Mm-hmm.
But they've kept it open because they know that it's a damn fine piece of musical theater. We're holding out because when those Tony noms come around, we're going to get them because we're brilliant.
Brilliant.
Brilliant! So
Brilliant.
thank you, producers.
Yes.
For being smart about it.
Mm.
Because I'm so over that, like, oh my god, we sold it 60% for 2 weeks, we gotta close. Like, lose your money, it's art.
Best book of a musical. I've only seen one of those.
I've seen Everyday Rapture in Memphis, and I'm actually kind of torn. The book for Everyday Rapture is really good. And, like, it goes into my whole special Tony Award thing that I feel. First of all, Tony Awards, why the fuck did you get rid of that category? If there had been like 3 years in a row where there really wasn't anything that fit in that category and you were like, ooh, we don't know who to give this to, then I would understand you being like, maybe we should get rid of this Tony. Last year you gave it to Liza fucking Minnelli! That award is very relevant. Bring it back. Idiots.
I mean, Everyday Rapture, Wishful Drinking, Come Fly With Me.
I loved Everyday Rapture. I loved it. It was brilliant. It changed my life. It's not a musical. It's not like
Sondheim on Sondheim.
a Broadway musical.
Right.
It's a brilliant, amazing story, and Sherry Renee Scott sings. I would feel differently if the music was original. If it was original music, I'd be like, musical. It's a musical.
Yeah.
Original music. But she uses other songs, which is awesome. The songs that she uses are brilliant and work perfectly with her story. And I love it. I just think it's miscategorized. And I think that she's miscategorized in the Best Actress category. Even though it was the most, one of the most beautiful performances I have ever seen. And I've already seen it twice. Like, I am obsessed with it. I am in love with it. I can't stop thinking about it. I don't think she should be nominated in the Best Actress category. I'm sorry. I am sorry, Sherry Renee Scott.
Best Original Score, Music and/or Lyrics written for the theater.
Score written for the theater. What happened to the days when we had Best Original Music and Best Original Lyrics? Tony's? What the what? Don't agree with it. Enron and Fences?
I do agree that there should be separate music and lyrics categories, but I still don't have a problem with scores from plays being included.
Obviously, I'm completely open to, if I saw it,
Right.
I would, and I, change my mind. As I am right now, not having seen Enron or Fences, if you don't have things that are worthy of a nomination, just don't fucking nominate something. It's like the Pulitzer. The Pulitzer, they get it. They're like, you know what? There wasn't anything that deserved the prize this year. Sorry, nobody gets it. Like, you shouldn't have like well, we have to give it to somebody. That's, not what the Tonys should be about. Not that I think there are many categories like that. Like, I don't think neither of those are gonna win.
Hopefully Memphis will.
Memphis better motherfucking win.
Best Revival of a Play.
Haven't seen any of them.
Best Revival of a Musical. Ragtime. We want Ragtime.
Ragtime! Ragtime! You know why? Because it's brilliant. And also because, fuck you, Lion King. Fuck you. Make up for it. Make it right. You have the chance to make it right again.
Make it right. No to Lacage.
Boo.
We're boycotting Lacage because we hate Kelsey Grammer.
I mean,
we're boycotting it until he's not in it.
Until he's not in it.
Not the show. The show's amazing.
Love that show.
That's why we're boycotting it. Because it's such an amazing show. And
love that show. And when I saw The Birdcage as a young person, I was probably 14 years old. Like, all that stuff, it's like, this is a young gay person trying to figure your shit out. Seeing stuff like that is so comforting and eye-opening, and it's such a big deal. And then having somebody like Kelsey motherfucking Grammer put it is just like blasphemy to me. There was this beautiful thread on Broadway World message board, which is usually very nasty. But it was gorgeous because it was somebody asking, is there anyone on this board who saw the original production of Lacage and can tell me what that experience was like. Seeing a show like that, it was like 1983,
Mm-hmm.
you know? What was that like? There was one guy who was like 14 years old, came from, you know, a tiny little town to New York, went to see the show, his conservative family, like, sort of knew he was gay, but like hadn't figured his shit out yet,
Mm-hmm.
and then was like sitting in the theater watching these openly gay characters on a stage, and was just like elated. Like, it's so important, and it's so beautiful, and to put somebody like Kelsey Grammer in it, it's just like shit's all over it.
Fuck you, Kelsey Grammer.
Fuck you, Kelsey Grammer.
Best performance by a leading actor in a play. This is interesting. These are all stage or screen actors.
Leave Schreiber.
Yeah.
I used to make his coffee. That's my
I'm
reason.
gonna go with
Or
him as
Christopher
well.
Walken, because I like the way he talks.
Best performance by a leading actress in a play.
Valerie Harper, brilliant. It should have been nominated for Best Play, because it was really good. It's a great play. To the actor who was playing opposite Valerie Harper in Looped. Get out of the business. You were terrible! I was offended that you... Okay, because here's what it is. There comes a point in the show where he has an emotional breakdown and is talking about getting married really young to a woman and having a child and being completely closeted. He's never talked about it, but he like hooked up with a guy in college or something like that, and he's never expressed these feelings to anyone ever, and he's finally opening up for the first time in his entire life, and the actor couldn't cry. Boo-hoo-hoo. Covering his fucking face like a goddamn amateur in community theater. It was offensive. I could not believe to see that on Broadway. It really saddened me. How do you play that scene and not get emotional?
Best performance by a leading actor in a musical.
I'm pulling for Chad.
Chad Kimball. We've seen 2 out of the 5, but Kelsey's out of the running because we hate him. Sean Hayes was delightful, but it's not a
Winner.
It's not a winning role.
It's not
a
a-
nominated role.
But I loved him. He was great.
Sean Hayes?
Yeah.
Yes.
He was great.
Fantastic.
He was lovely. I enjoyed it very much.
But Chad Kimball was transcendent. I mean, it was amazing. It was such
brilliant.
an amazing
It was
performance.
so just incredible, and the character is so unique. You've
Yes,
never
really
seen it.
never seen it.
You've never seen that
I know.
character.
And you kind of are like, what the fuck is going on when he first
we
comes
both
out?
thought that he was drunk the first scene, which we also agreed his character probably was drunk because he's stumbling into a nightclub in the middle of the night.
Right.
But at first I was like, is he drunk? And then I was like, oh no, he's just a genius.
Yeah. Yes.
It's incredible. I mean, like, you have never seen that character before.
Never.
It's completely unique. It's completely brilliant.
It's
Tony
a breath of fresh air.
Absolutely.
It's
Tony
heart-wrenching. It's amazing.
It's a Tony winner.
It's a Tony winner.
It's
Chad Kimball,
Tony
love
winner
you.
Chad Kimball. We adore you. And you were
fantastic.
so nice and just lovely.
Very nice.
Very nice and very hilarious.
Mm-hmm. That's when you know that it's a performance. When he came out of the stage door, and not that you expect that person to act like the person on stage because you know that they're playing a character, but just when it's just a complete 180 from the person that they are, you realize what they put into the performance.
Yeah. When it's because he walked out and he was like, "Hey guys, what's up?" And he was just like chill and cool.
Wearing an
and it makes
hat.
but it also makes you realize that you've seen him do this really unique, amazing character, and then you see that it's so far from himself that it also leads me to believe that he could play another character that was equally as unique and brilliant.
And he's been workshopping this role for so long. I would love to see the progression of like where it started from to where it ended up. Hopefully a Tony winner.
Tony winner.